Hey everyone, it's Xant. So the Ashen Transformer event just went live, and I'm going to do my impressions on it here. Before I do though, I am just going to go over the arena suit real quick, the Strike Rouge and Cagalli, just for the sake of it, because yeah, I need to talk about the new stuff. We'll quickly look at the Strike Rouge parts here, and then move on. So the head has pretty okay shot attack for a 3-star. Comes with the Eagle Stellan, which is you know, EX skill's not really that great. Looks cool though. The word tags are leaving something to be desired. The chest, good armor, really low on everything else though. Well, not really low, but That trait's not that great though. Penetration reduced by 22%. It sounds good, but the thing is, by the time you get to the point where you have to worry about penetration because your stats are so close to your opponents, you shouldn't be bringing 3-star parts really, because you're probably going to have an issue in the arena. But again, you know, I've been proven wrong on multiple occasions, so don't take my word as gospel. I just don't think it's really that great of a skill. Arms. When armor is 60% or more, crit rate boosted. Okay, that's not bad. The problem is it's in a very high contest pool, a lot like backpacks. Yeah, okay, so the melee attack of these arms is like 1700, and the issue is there's a lot of arms that go well above that, like a full 1000 if not more. So you're losing a lot of stats. Even though that trait is nice, I don't think it's worth trading the raw numbers for it, especially not in a game like this where numbers are everything. The legs. Release a flurry with knives, B melee, B plus D. That's not that bad. For a 3-star, okay, yeah. Okay, not too bad actually. The backpack, you gotta be really good. B plus and D. Yeah, I was talking to some people in Discord the other day about the parts on this machine, and the backpack they were saying was really good. And I looked at it. It's not terrible. The problem is though, it's in a pool that just has so many good parts, like the arms, that there's just so many options. So if you don't have a good backpack yet, but your machine has a good amount of shot attack, this will be a really good backpack for you. That's some good damage coming out. But other than that, yeah, those word tags are just, Problem is, a lot of the word tags, the ones that give like small percent boosts, have pretty much been thrown to the wayside with gear. Because gear, you don't have to, okay, here's the thing, right? With word tags, you have to build your suit around them. You want a specific tag, you have to kind of really build your machine specifically to make those word tags work. Thing is, with gear, you just slap in a piece and you're done, right? Like, let's say I have a machine that has 10,000 shot attack, right? I work my butt off to try to slot in this new backpack because it'll do so much damage, right? That commander tag, raise my shot attack by 5%, right? 10k, 5%, that's a decent amount of points right there. Or I could just grab a gear, slap it in, and there's anywhere from 500 to 1500 extra stat points, and I don't even have to lift a finger about rebuilding. So that's kind of the issue that's coming with gears, is even though the word tags are still nice, you have to build around them, which limits their functionality compared to gears. Again, my opinion. Alright, dual blades. This weapon type actually recently came in with the 1.1 update, so it's relatively new. What do we got? Really low melee attack for weapons, but I guess it is a 3-star. And melee damage output boosts by 20. That's not really a great skill. No. Okay. So overall, for the Strike Rouge, the backpack and the legs are pretty good. Everything else is eh. The arms are really nice in a vacuum, but once you realize, and same with the backpack, but once you look at the greater pool for those items, they're just not that great. I got all the parts once so I could get the paint job, but I'm probably not going to invest a dime into it because frankly it's just not that great. It looks hella cool though. I'll give that backpack, looks really baller. Like, that's just cool. So, anyways, last thing here for the new arena stuff, Cagalli, max value, projectile speed boost. It's only going to be useful if we get slow moving projectiles. Like, I guess maybe if you use rocket launchers, but 14%'s not that much, honestly. She has really good shot attack though for a 3-star. That's actually really high, especially for a mid shooter. Nice. Nice. That's actually pretty good. So if you're looking for a budget pilot that has good stats, she's good for shot. I would recommend, yes. Okay. So, oh wow, only about 6 minutes for that. Not bad. Well, let's roll on to... Oh, you know what? No, we gotta do the Delta first. That's right. New event shop, and then we'll worry about all the fun stuff in there. Ashen coin. Delta Plus. Not really a shining example of stats. Head-mounted Vulcan. Okay. Alright. Not a great EX skill. And the stats are They're not bad, but not really focusing on anything. The chest, very high armor. Skill output, or skill damage output boosted by 20. As I've said before, that's really only useful if you use a very high hit count, low damage thing like funnels or whatnot, but those are starting to fall to the wayside now with the backpacks we're getting, just giving crazy boosts, like, you know, 30% or like, what was it, 20 something percent just straight shot damage bonus and things like that. God, it's crazy. Anyways, high armor, okay stat values besides that, and the EX, or not EX, the part traits, situational. Arms. Alright. Still suffering in the melee attack department. Better than the strike Rouge though, so. Special shot damage taken reduced by 20. If that was percent, that'd be really good. Because it's not percent, it's really not that great. So, again, if you need budget arms, I would say go for it. It has pretty decent melee attack and it'll be easy to max it out, but I would not recommend going out of your way to invest in this part unless you really like it. The legs. Okay. Special shot power boosted by 1%. Okay, that's good. That's quite good. If you're running a budget machine that requires on special shot, this might be your guy. 25% is a huge increase, especially considering it's the welfare, so you can definitely max that skill. The stats, okay. Alright. Backpack. Does it have a broken backpack skill? No. EX skill effect up 15%. Not amazing, not bad. I'd put it in the lower tier though of any kind of usefulness. And okay, stat distribution. Okay. So overall, the parts for the Delta Plus, sans the externals, not bad. Pretty good for a welfare 3-star. I would recommend getting it all, no matter what, just for the next event, because this will no doubt get a rate up in terms of points or whatever we're using. So yeah, I just don't know if you're going to want to invest in it or not, because it's not really outstanding in any field. It's very middling, I guess is the best way to phrase it. But if you don't have anything, go for it. Alright. The weapon here, melee attack 2600, strong melee power boost by 20%. People keep telling me that this is a great skill, and I guess it probably is if you're a melee user that has like an infighter job or something, so you can abuse strong melee. But yeah, the low melee attack leaves some stuff to be desired, especially considering there's other weapons that have better skills on them per se, like actual EX skills and stuff. So mileage may vary. Beam rifle, What do you got? That is an abysmally low beam attack. And what's your trait? Special shot power boost by 25%. Okay, that's pretty good. And didn't one of the parts have that too? Okay, so if you take the legs, 25% special shot boost, and you take this, so you can get a 50% boost. It's just the issue is the low stat pool you're playing with. So, I don't really know if that's... It's a gimmick, I guess is the best way to phrase it. And the shield. CD7. Okay. So, interrupt type. Alright. And the stats are... Alright, so looking at the Delta Plus, it's okay for a welfare. It's definitely got some weak points to it to be expected as of a 3-star suit. I would recommend at minimum getting 6 of each part so you can get EX skill 5 and get them all to level 40. If you want to go further than that and invest chips in them, go right ahead. I just don't think any of these parts will be excessively useful. We have the 2 awakening circuits in there, 1 of each. New paint job. Ooh, we got gear. That's convenient. So if you need gear, it looks like we'll be able to just slowly accumulate them over events, which is pretty cool, actually. Okay. So that's not bad. Not bad at all for a shop. No really cool welfare stuff, though. Like, it's okay. Didn't really make me surprised. Let's move into the Pale Rider here. Hades system. 20% speed boost, melee attack boost, shot attack boost. Okay, typical Super Awakening. Cool. Good stats. Chest. Okay. Decent armor. Stat distribution definitely looks like it's leaning towards melee on this suit. EX skill CD reduced by 20%. I guess that can be useful considering the head has the Hades system, but we'll see. Okay. What do we got for arms? Are you going to be a beefy melee monster? Is that what you are? Let's find out. 2,795. Okay, so 2,800 melee attack. What's your trait? When attacking with physical, shooting power boosted by 25%. Okay. So I'm going to assume that one of his other items is a physical shot attack instead of beam, because it's the only way this trait makes any sense whatsoever. Okay. Good stats on the arms, though. Alright, so there's one of them. Leg-mounted rocket launcher. B plus D. So that's going to be excessively upgraded by the other part. The previous part I was just looking at there, the arms. Okay, cool. Cool. Decent stats. Alright. What do we got here? 180 millimeter cannon. D, A minus. And you fire it. Physical. Okay. So the Pale Rider doesn't use... Actually, before I say that for sure, stat looks okay. I want to take a look at the rest of it, make sure I'm not missing anything else with it. Shield, does it come with a gun? No. Okay. So the Pale Rider brings nothing but physical shot to the game, which complements the arms very well. So anything that has the 3 bullets marking physical shot damage will get a boost from the arm trait. So that's actually pretty cool. Yeah. The wording was a little interesting. They should look at adding some kind of special font or characters or something around words that denote skills or things like that, just to help clarify sentences a little bit. Anyways, let's look at the shield. Alright, this is the one with the pile bunkers on the bottom, huh? Okay. Shock Bringer. Squad attack, stun large foes for a set. Okay. So, large foes. Are they just continuously, like, drip feeding us individual parts to build a machine to fight the Zam or something? Because, like, almost every event we have something for large foes. It's neat, but... So looking at the Pale Rider, that backpack's probably going to be spooky, as all backpacks are. The leg skill sounds pretty cool. The arms have a really good trait that work well with the rest of its parts, but individually, has decent melee stats on it though. The chest, and the head obviously has the baller Hades system, which will probably turn the eyes red. So out of all the Pale Rider parts, I think I would put the head at number 1, because the Hades system is always just really any of these self buffs are usually really powerful. And then I'd say the arms are good because there's a lot of physical shot attacks that do a lot. But yeah. The shield, I don't know, man. I don't know about the rest of it. But yeah, no, head and arms. Head and arms, and obviously the backpack. Don't even need to say the backpack, like, the backpacks are just so good, like, disproportionately, it's sad. Anyways, Dual Gundam. What do we got? Beam ranged weapon, reload speed boost. Okay, cool. I don't really know if that's good or bad, because there's a lot of really good head parts like there are backpacks. But the thing is, because reload speed, like, this doesn't require anything, so they're just a flat boost as long as you have the part. That can be really useful if you're a beam spammer. And yeah, wow, hello shot attacks back, oh my lord. Okay. I wonder what the rest of you is going to bring to the table. Armed Aura, what are you? Allies resist flinching for a set period of time. Alright, cool. Okay. The stats on it are... wow. My god, it actually looks so cool. Arms. Yep, there's the Shiva railgun and the missiles, yep. You can move while firing. A- and D. Okay. That's a physical shot, yep. So yeah, this machine 100% is designed for shooting. There's literally nothing else to be said about it. Wow, that's nice. An actual, like, specialized suit. EX skill pierce boost. Okay. So I guess that's, like, if you build this whole suit, you're pretty much building on the gimmick of my shoulder cannon's going to rock your world, which is perfectly acceptable. Okay, decent stats. And backpack. Melee damage output. Man, you just had to ruin it with a completely useless trait, didn't you? You have all these shot boosts, all these great stat distributions, and you just throw in a crappy backpack trait. Okay. So, for the duel, if you are someone that uses shot attack, you should definitely think about getting the head, because that is a crazy amount of stats on the head. Of course, that's only if you're going for pure number games. The trait's not bad. There are better ones, like your damage gets boosted by 1% or whatever. But the raw stats on this, if you lack a good 4-star head for a shooting machine, you might want to think about this one. Because that's a lot of numbers. A lot of big numbers. Armed auras. So this whole no flinch thing's pretty neat. But that's also a side effect of some job licenses where you can just get rid of flinch by doing certain things. So it's not horribly useful. It has really high armor. So there's that. What else we got here? Yeah, the arms. That just looks like a crazy ranged weapon. So again, if you're a shooter, Arms, head, both amazing. The legs, they're not that bad, they're not that good. The trait, unfortunately, is very situational because it relies on you using EX skills that have high pierce. So, that's kind of a you thing. And then, or not really high pierce, I guess, but something you want to pierce. So if you have something that has really high power, you might want to slot that so it gets more pierce added to it, things like that. And then the backpack, it just throws everything out the window because it's not really a good trait considering the other backpacks that are available in the game. And the small boost to melee damage, not really that useful. Okay. So that's not actually too bad for the gacha stuff. The Pale Rider has some really good parts, the Duel has some really good parts. It's a lot better than past ones we've had where it's just garbage. Lastly, here are the pilots, and then we'll talk about the events, because you've probably been eyeing that guaranteed 4-star banner I keep looking at and ignoring, so don't worry, we'll get there. Alright, let's look at Elle first. What do you bring to the table? Wow. For a 3-star, you got a nice melee attack on you. EX skill recovery. Okay, the trait's kind of eh. But, okay. So she's an outfighter and has decent melee for a 3-star. Okay, not bad. If you get her, you're not really losing out, but I don't think I would recommend rolling hard for her. Oh man, that's such an oof. When your 3-star has higher stat distribution than you do in certain things. Pains me. He has a more consistent spread across all of his stats. But I'm personally someone that looks at pilots that specialize in something. And that's what I think is kind of necessary in this game. Because what you don't want is a Gunpla that has balanced stats. You don't want to have 5k in everything. You want to specialize. You want to have 10k, 11k in your melee, and like 3k in your shot, right? You really want to stack up a very specific trait, right? Generalizing isn't bad, it's not good. He has a decent distribution because all the numbers are relatively high, but the numbers, they could be a lot higher. Pretty much the end goal of it. So I don't know if I'd recommend him. What's his trait? EX skill pierce boost by 28%. If you lack a 4-star pilot, he's probably pretty good. He'll instantly boost up your machine with all those high numbers across, not high, but relatively high numbers across the board. But his trait, situational. Okay. So, now that we've gone over the new parts, the new pilots. Oh, you know what? Let me just do my YOLO real quick here, boys. Just a second here. Don't mind me. Gotta make sure you do this. Of course it's a green. Wait, Hyper Bazooka? Oh hey, cool. I somehow didn't have that yet. Okay. Back to content. Okay. So bonus coin capsules. Okay, first I should go back. Collect 15 number 1 bonus coins to get a guaranteed 4-star part. Now, here's the thing. For one, you are guaranteed to get one of the rate up parts. So like you can see here, 100% you are going to get one of the rate up parts. So that's really cool. They finally added a guarantee, a pity system pretty much. And you might be wondering, how do I get my hands on these? Well, if you look at this, you can see an added bonus thing has been included on top of the capsule 10 roll. If you go and you take a look at the patch notes here, notices, and you bopple your way down here. When you do a 10 roll on the rate up capsule, you get a single bonus coin. So 15 coins. That means 15 10 rolls of the rate up, and you get a guaranteed 4-star part. So it's a pity system. It's a steep pity system, but it is better than nothing. So, There's also like a bunch of other stuff you can exchange for too, so in case you only do a couple of 10 rolls or something, you can still get rewards and whatnot out of it, so it could be a lot worse, obviously. Anyways, so yeah, that's cool, all that's good, the event's live, yeah, nothing really new there. Okay, so, as I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a mission or two, and I'm just going to kind of figure out what this event's going to be doing in terms of the points and the ladders and things like that. Ashen Transformer, come on you. Okay. So we'll run you with this setup, 75%, cool, okay. And once I get my other one, the other part, I'll do that. What are you? EX skill, no damage. I hope my machine can do that. Jeez. If I get damaged in this, I might as well uninstall. Okay, so here we are. Challenge complete. So I got my 1 coin, and then it looks like I got another coin. Now, I'm curious here. I guess it's because they just rounded up? So wait, does that mean if you have... Huh. So you don't need it exactly, it'll round up for you. Convenient. Oh, right, I need to check as well to see if there's a point ladder on this sucker, or what's going on here. Okay, so we're back to having to clear missions X amount of times for rewards. So let's see, how many clears of normal? 5 normal. 20 hard. 20 very hard, and then 20 super hard, yeah? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that means you're pretty much just going to be existing, grinding the maps. Could be worse, I guess. So anyways, let's just hop into one of the higher tier missions here real quick. Okay, so, as always, it's still 5 energy per coin, so nothing really changed there. All I'm going to do now is just pop into the shop and just kind of figure out how many points it's going to, or how many coins I should say, it's going to take to get all the good stuff, because that's kind of important to a free-to-play player, right? So coin exchange, Ashen coin. Okay, so after a little bit of just kind of bopping around, if you wanted to get an emblem, a purple chip, enough copies to max EX all the welfare parts at blue, you're looking at what, 1,280 coins. Now, with that many coins, if you're getting, I don't know, like on that run I got 7 plus 6 or something like that, so that's 13 coins. I would have to run it 98, so 99 times. So, not tenable, 4,455 energy required for that. So it seems they've kind of jacked up the price in terms of difficulty of clearing for free to play, at least compared to prior events due to the humongous multiplier boosts. But before I say anything final, I do want to just check the ladder and make sure that there's no coin giveaways in here. I doubt there will be because these type of events never do, but it doesn't hurt to check. And no. Okay. So, it looks like with this event, as a free-to-play player, I am not going to be able to get my hands on the same stuff as they did in past ones. Now, like I said, I was actually quite a fan of the previous event because it took very little effort to do very well in, and you got lots of rewards. Hopefully we go back to it. They keep changing things up every week, and it definitely does seem to be them trying to balance things properly to see what works, what doesn't, what brings in money. And hopefully they settle on something relatively soon, because it's getting kind of a pain to keep having to figure out how each new event works. Anyways, with that, that's pretty much all I have to talk about with this new event. Hopefully you have some opinion now based on what I've said on what's good and what's not. Yeah. Also, something I just want to ask everyone that watches, would you like me to do this kind of stuff live streamed? If you do, just leave a comment below letting me know, and I might do my future impression videos through live stream instead of doing a recording and uploading it later. and then I can always just upload it to YouTube after on as a VOD in case people missed it. Anyways, yeah, so that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.